and welcome to the Lipstick Living channel. I am Rachel and you can find me on Instagram at The Lipstick Living. I post on there daily and it's all about my life, so I'd love for you to follow me and like this video if you enjoy it, and also subscribe to my channel. So today's video is going to be about my Powersheets April goal setup. And I've already set everything up here, but before I go into my April, I'm going to just do like a little recap of how my March went. And today is the 27th, so I do technically still have 4 days left of the month, so I might be able to finish a few of these things, but for the most part I have a good idea of how March has gone, which is not that well. I've not done my daily action items. I think I fell back on my morning routine a lot, which set my day back. And so then I was going to bed later and then waking up later. And I got into that really bad cycle after the time change happened because we lost an hour and we were also babysitting that weekend. And so it was just, we were already tired. And then on top of it, we lost an hour. And I think I woke up that day at like 11 or something, which is insane. Like normally we wake up, I would say between 7 and 8. Like today I woke up at like 7:15 and it's a Sunday today. So I don't know, it just set me back a little bit, and then I got into the cycle of staying up late and then waking up late. And so then my morning routine was completely cut basically. So I got in that habit. So it made me lack on my reading, because I normally, when I was doing my full morning routine, I would read for maybe like 20 minutes or so, sometimes longer depending on how long it took me to do my other task in my routine. But I didn't do well with it, and so it made me fall behind on not just my morning routine but also my reading as well. I haven't read as much as I'd like to. I have been reading the past few days. I've been reading a little bit more because I do want to finish a couple of books, at least for March. So hopefully I'll be able to finish a couple, and that way I'll have a few that I can add into my quarterly book review, because I am going to make that soon. And I did read a lot of books in January and February, so I think that'll make up for it. If I finish the ones I'm reading now, I'll have a total of 15, which is pretty good because that averages to about 5 books a month. So I had my monthly action items were to mail a tape to Nana, my grandma, and send her like a birthday card and a gift. So I did that because her birthday was, I think, last week. So I did send that. I accomplished my relationship goal basically. Another one was to catch up in one little word, and I did not work on that at all. Another one was to finish my Pieces of Me album from Allie Edwards, since the Pieces of the Past project is coming up in April. I did work on this, and I completed about 3 pages in my Pieces of Me album, but I haven't completed it yet. I'm very close, and then I just have to work on my Pieces of Home little traveler's notebook. So I am making progress on that, but not as much as I had hoped. And then another one that was crafting was to catch up or do days 1 through 15 in my December daily, and I did not start that either. The only thing I did for crafts was work on my Pieces of Me album. So it is kind of progress, just because I didn't do any crafts in February. So I think I did make a little bit of progress in March on that one. And then another one, it was to read Decluttering at the Speed of Light, which I have been reading that. I will say I think I'm on chapter 8 now, and there's only like maybe 13 or 15, something like that. So I'm probably about halfway through that book. I'm reading it on my phone because I have the Kindle app, and it's a free Kindle Unlimited book. So instead of purchasing it, I have it on my phone, and you can highlight on there and make notes if you need to. So I have been doing that, and so I am making progress on that. So if I finish that book, and then the book I'm reading right now, which is Black Cake, and my other nonfiction book, the How to Find Your Unicorn Space, that one I haven't completely finished yet, but I am pretty close. I think I'm like halfway through that one. So then my next one was to batch film videos, and this one I have almost completed. I just have to film a few more today, but I'm gonna film 2 more today, and then I will be completed on that. So I am doing well with social media. I have been posting every day on Instagram, and I've been posting at least 2 videos a week on YouTube. So I've been keeping up with that. And then the next one was to book our flights to Europe and submit my PTO for that. But a lot of things have changed this month, so we have decided to push back our Europe trip to March of 2023. So basically a year from now, instead of doing it September this year like we had planned. Just because I got a promotion at work and I will be moving to Charleston, and with moving costs and the stress of that, I need to take a few days off for that. And then there was something else that popped up. Oh, we're going to Disney in October for a week with Crystal's sister and our niece, who is 3. She'll basically be 4 when we go. So we're gonna do that, and there's just a lot of things that we're planning for this year, and I just don't think we could fit in the Europe trip because I want to take 2 weeks off for that, and so I need a little more time to plan it as well and to save up money for it. So I just crossed that off of my monthly action items. And then the other one, the last one, was to make a declutter list, which I did do that on my phone. It's kind of like a declutter moving list, like what we need to declutter, what we need to pack, and then what like the tasks that we have for moving are. So I did make that on my phone, which is really helpful. So I completed that. So for my monthly action items, I would say about half of them, which I think is pretty good. And then for my weekly action items, they were take a bath, craft an hour, make my YouTube plan, make my Instagram plan for the week, meal prep, and then water plants. Most of these I did. I definitely made my YouTube and my Instagram. My social media plan I did every week. And then my meal prep, I did 3 out of the 4 weeks because we have HelloFresh. I think I didn't really do anything other than that, but I did plan out like what I was gonna eat for my lunches and my dinner. Now, a lot of it was order in because I've been busy and it's been stressful at work. There was like 3 weeks where I was alone in the office, and because my coworker was sick for like a week or like 3 days, and then she went on vacation for a week, and then was sick that whole week after her vacation. So I was alone and it was really busy, and so I was like at the office until really late. I had a lot of overtime, so we ordered in a lot, so we haven't been eating as healthy as I want us to. But I think once we move, we'll definitely be able to get back on track with being more active, because you can do so many outdoor activities there in the warmer weather. And I think we can start I think we'll have more space in our apartment. I know we're moving to another 2-bedroom, but I think it's gonna be bigger and have more storage. Not much bigger, but enough to where I think that because the apartment will have more storage and more space, I think it'll feel less cluttered, and then that always puts me in like a really productive mindset. Then I watered the plants every week. I usually don't miss that, so I might end up taking that off after a while, but my last one was take a bath, and I have not taken one at all this month. Hopefully I can before the month ends, and then I'll at least get 1 check mark, but I have not for this month. And then for crafting 1 hour, I only did that 1 time. I crafted for a week, and that's when I caught up in my Pieces of Me album. Okay, so my daily action items for March, I have meditate, read, AM routine, move, eat healthy, clean, and make bed. So I did my morning routine 19 of the days so far, so I haven't completely missed that, but I was giving myself a check mark even on the days where I didn't fully do my AM routine, including yoga and walking the dogs, or as long as I did my gratitude journal and my affirmations, I gave myself a check mark. So I didn't do terrible, but I definitely want to focus on that for April. And then for move, I only moved 9 of the days, which this month I was just counting if I completed my move ring on my Apple Watch. So if I completed that, even if I didn't do an exercise, that means I've had a pretty active day. So because my move ring, I have to burn 500 calories, active ones, not just, obviously you burn more than that. But if sometimes I got busy at work and I would be running around all day, and I would complete my ring before I even came home. And so I think that counted, because I would come home and definitely not have the energy to actually exercise because I felt like I was just running around all day. So I did that 9 out of the, I guess, 27 days now. So I think that's okay. I mean, it's not terrible, but I definitely want to focus on like my morning routine and my health. And I think if I do my morning routine, it will help with my health because I'll be incorporating yoga in the morning. And then making my bed, I did that like literally 7 times. So I rarely did that. I cleaned about half the days, and then I ate healthy 7 of the days. So, and then I meditated only 3 times, and I read 14 of the days, but sometimes I would, like, even if I read just 1 chapter in a book, I would still check it off. So it's not like I was reading a lot. So I don't think I am like super upset with myself for March, but I definitely want to do better. I think this has been my worst month so far this year in as far as my progress on my goals. But I'm still okay with that because, like I said, March has been chaos. It's been very crazy and very stressful with interviewing and worrying about now this past week or 2, I've been worried about moving and trying to get that figured out. And then I was alone at work for like 3 weeks. So it was just a lot going on. And so I don't want to be too hard on myself because that's just how life is. Sometimes that happens. And if you don't do well, you just have to say, okay, oh well, it is what it is. Let's just move on and do better in the next month. So that is what I'm planning to do for April. And this is my April setup. And I'll show like a close-up of everything. But my encouraging words are the same quote that I used in my bullet journal for April. So I just posted my bullet journal setup. So if you have not seen that, I will pop up the tag for that in the video so that you can watch it. I am really, really happy with my setup this month because setup for April. I did a Polaroid camera and daisy theme. I think it looks really pretty and simple, but very effective too. And I used a quote on my main page that says, "Spring, a good reminder that change can be beautiful." And I wanted to have this as my encouraging words because we're moving. So, and that's what my priority is moving. So I wanted to remind myself that, like, yes, it's stressful. Change is always stressful. It's always uncomfortable sometimes, but it can be beautiful in the end and the outcome will be nice. And I think I'll eventually really love living there. So I just have to get through this stressful time of moving and getting settled. So my monthly action items are to mail Nana a tape, because I try to do that once a month. And then another one is mail my sister her birthday card. Her birthday is on the 14th. So I just want to remind myself to do that. And then pieces of the past project. So that is coming up, I think the 2nd week. I think it's the week it's like the week starting right after we move. Like we're gonna move that weekend of the 8th, and then, or I think it's like the 9th, 10th, it's Saturday, Sunday. And then I think it starts on that Monday, the 11th, which is so it's gonna be hard to do that because I'm starting a new job as well. Like I'm gonna be at a new community, so I might end up like posting my stuff on Instagram for that project the week after. I've done that before when I did the pieces of home. I did it like the week or 2 after the whole Allie Edwards community did it, because you don't really have to do it at the same time, but it is nice because when you do the project during the time that everyone else is, you can see their post about it and get inspiration and, you know, just get different ideas of what pictures you can take for your album. My next one is one little word. I really want to focus on this because I only did a few prompts for my one little word album in 2021, and I still want to go back and do it because I think I don't want to like have a gap in my one little word albums. And that's the one project that's like, that and December Daily, those are like the main projects that I love from her, and I want to keep those albums to go back to. The Pieces of Me one, I don't know if I'll really go back to it. It's more about the process of doing it and thinking about the pieces of my life in all these different areas. So the One Little Word and the December Daily albums, I definitely want to go back and complete so that I have them to look back on, kind of like just like your life in a photo album. And in 5-10 years from now, I can look back and see what I was doing and who I was with and what house I lived in and all those things that you forget about. So then my next one is read 4 books because I want to prioritize reading. And I think that'll be easy. I definitely can do that's one a week. I think I can make that happen. I'm gonna try to read one on my phone, and that'll be a lot easier because I can just like read it in bed or read it, you know, on my lunch break or something like that. So then my next one is to make a fitness and health routine. I was kind of talking about this earlier about how I wanted to figure out what cardio I'm gonna do along with my yoga. I'm gonna try to do yoga in the morning in my morning routine and turn on yoga with Adrian and do like follow along in my living room. So I'm gonna try to do that for yoga, and then for like strengthening. And then for cardio, I haven't decided what I want to do yet. So I want to figure that out and make a plan just so that I can have some kind of foundation to go to. And that will help me get a little more fit and healthier, just because I have not been feeling that great and I can't fit in any of my clothes. I have one pair of jeans that fits, and they are, they're kind of distressed, and on the top of the back part, it's like there was a hole, and now it's like completely ripping, and I think it's just because I'm stretching them. And so I don't really have like many clothes that fit me anymore, and that's annoying, and I don't feel good. You know, when I walk up the stairs, I already feel like I'm huffing and puffing and struggling, and I just don't like feeling that way. I want to feel strong and fit and healthy, like I can go and do whatever I want to do. And then my last one is to just move and get settled. So I know that I can complete that. So I just wanted to put that on there because I don't want to, it's not like I'm going to forget to do that, but I want that to be noted so that I can be like, oh, well, if I didn't do anything else, at least I moved to a different state and I got settled in my home, my new home. So that is it for my monthly action items. This month I only have 7 out, and they give you 10 lines. So I kept it way shorter than normal, because normally I fill up all of them. And then my weekly action items are date night. I want to start remembering to make sure that Crystal and I do something together at least once a week. So we'll either like maybe go to dinner, because we're gonna be in a new place. So maybe we'll like go to dinner on the weekend, like once every week, so that we can try like a new place and try new restaurants in the area. And I think that'll count. Like, it doesn't need to be anything extravagant or anything, or maybe like one night we'll go for like a walk on the beach or something like that. I think that would be fun. And then the next one is take a bath, and then go to the beach is another one. And then craft 1 hour, I moved that over. And then meal prep and water my plants. So I only added like 2 new ones in my weekly items. And then for my daily ones, I chose meditate, read, clean, my morning routine, exercise, eat healthy, and make bed. So I changed move to exercise because I was just counting moving when I would like go for a walk with the dogs, but that's not really like, sometimes it doesn't like burn that many calories because I track it on my Apple Watch, and I want to make sure that I'm actually like doing an exercise, like either whether it just be yoga one day if I'm not feeling like doing anything else, or if I end up going and doing, you know, some cardio activity like biking or hiking around, or like jogging on the beach or whatever. I think I could do that because at least the scenery would be nice. So I'm gonna try. that was it for my April, and I'm hopeful. I'm a little nervous, but I'm hopeful that I can prioritize these things and make it happen and make it work. So I will check in with you next month. But that is my recap for March and what I'm planning to do for April. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next one. Bye.